Welcome, STEMgineers, to STEM to Stern, the podcast where curiosity meets critical thinking. Join Chauntée and Jake as they discuss STEM topics that spark debate and exploration.
I'm Jake.
And I'm Chauntée.
And today's question is, what role does STEM play in theater? This is actually 3D printed, so that's also another pitch for STEM subjects right there.
I love it. I'm so excited about this topic.
I feel like you know more about this because you're more like the theater nerd camp.
I am. Put me in the camp. I love theater. I'm a big theater nerd. I love to go to all the Broadway musicals also. So yes, I have multiple different approaches that I could take to this, but I think first and foremost, we should talk about the set. The set makes theater come to life. Now, of course, the artists bring their own entire personality to it and are able to bring it to life. But the set really allows for people to feel that they're living in the theater that's being played. And there's nothing that I love more than watching set makers at work.
I can imagine there's a lot of engineering that goes into that.
100%.
Like
it
geometry.
It is STEMified to the max.
STEMified.
It is crazy.
Like
yeah. So we basically, when we're working on like a musical or a play, we usually go to them and say, okay, this is the concept that we're thinking about. They have to take that concept and bring it to life for us. So you're giving them a problem, just like you would do with an engineering design process. You're giving them a problem. They take that problem, they plan, they create, they build, and sometimes we say, actually, we need this to be like this, and then they have to go back to the drawing board and fix it again. There's a lot of that.
You read my mind, because I immediately thought of the engineering design process there, and like it's also like within that process, people who are designing sets for theater, like they have to like understand what are the criteria and constraints.
Yep.
What are the materials that I'm working with? How strong is something?
There's always a money issue that's in there as well, so they have to work with the finances that we have, or
and that's math,
or don't have. Hint, hint. More money in the arts. But I would also say, not only that, even the lighting has to be done correctly. There's fog machines and things like that have
Optics.
to take place. So all the special effects. If you've ever seen Wicked in the theater, there's that moment where she falls through the trap door. That is all scientifically planned out. Like when it takes place, they have to have a certain time that it takes place, and they have to also make sure that she's protected when she falls.
Safety.
Yeah,
factors.
And that concept of the force and how much is needed so that it doesn't just fall at any time.
Physics.
Yep. There
Exactly.
it is. It doesn't just fall at any time. It has to fall at the right time, and it has to be planned correctly. So all the thoughts that go behind that, it's a big deal.
You just brought up initially I was just thinking about the technology involved, like the lighting and like the sound stuff, and like a lot of that, like acoustics and optics. I mean, those are subjects in science. But then like when you brought up the whole thing about like building the sets, like that's something I never really considered.
Yep. And then I'm going to tell you, the special effects in a lot of these are crazy good. I mean, when I went to New York and got to see Phantom of the Opera, you have this whole concept of things coming from the flooring and rising up. They have to make sure that they're built a certain way. Also things that are like them floating down the river hypothetically and making it seem like they're moving in the boat. They have to have that planned out. So all those special effects.
Movement, kinematics, physics.
It's true.
All of these things.
It's true. Yeah, I'm a nerd, but I think that there's nothing that is more STEMmy than the concept behind what makes theater come to life.
It's proof positive that STEM is fundamental to the arts, and arts are fundamental to STEM.
And there it is. We've solved it, guys.
There it is.
We solved it. If you are also a theater nerd like me, I want to know what your favorite play or musical is that you've seen or participated in. Please share, because I'm always interested to hear what people are doing and how they are involved in the arts, especially in the theater world.
Absolutely. I'm not as big of a theater nerd as you, but I'm learning from you.
And hint, my favorite one is Les Mis. I'm a Les Mis girl through and through.
Pretty great.
Yeah.
Thanks for tuning in to STEM to Stern. We hope today's episode got you thinking. If you enjoyed the discussion, subscribe and share it with others. And be sure to check out our show notes for free resources and links that go along with today's episode. Until next time, keep questioning and keep exploring, STEMgineers.